Thanks, Renee. An outdoor adventurer takes summer fun to a new level with a very green cross-country tour. And hey, it stopped right here in the back lot. You'll also hear how to have an adventure right in your own backyard. It can start right now. Adventurer Brian Brody is on what's called the 2008 Cross Country Wonder, Explore, Believe Tour. Thanks for coming back.
Hey, Linda, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure being here.
You've been here many times, and this tour, you've actually done most of the United States already?
We're probably two-thirds of the way. I started out from Los Angeles in February, had to go all the way over on the East Coast to do some stuff in the Everglades, and now I just making my way back here.
Oh, that's great. This is an amazing vehicle. We're actually going to take a tour in just a minute, but tell me the purpose of this.
Well, originally it was to teach folks adventure. I wanted to remind people that it doesn't have to be extreme. You can find it, and you live in a beautiful part of the country, you find adventure where you find yourself. And then after I contracted skin cancer, Linda, and I started doing a lot of studying about the harmful rays of the sun, I went, hey, wait a minute, how can I, give it back to the sun? How can I kind of even the score, if you will? So I went ahead and studied solar panels. I had some 6, as a matter of fact, Kyocera solar panels put on. So now all the power in the rig, solar panels and the wind turbine, which you can see up there, all the batteries are powered by natural energies. I'm even able to harvest rainwater and the like. And it was my original attempt to teach people adventure. Then it got into being independent in terms of your energy supply.
So during this whole tour and everything, you literally live in this thing. It's all self-contained. So we should take a tour inside.
That sounds great.
Should we walk back this way, guys? Okay, we're going to walk back this way. We're going to go inside and see. And this is just also, you're going to some really remote areas.
Well, what we do, Linda, is get the Lance camper as far as it can go, and then I go ahead and explore. So whether it's mountain biking, kayaking, rock climbing, and the like, we get this right to the edge that we can take it, and then we explore the rest of the way using our own energy.
And do you visit people all along the way?
We go all along the way. We try to find some pretty cool places to stop. And it's really, when we talked about the conservation message when I first wrote this, a lot of people say, okay, recycle, turn down the air conditioner, do this and do that. And we're a fan of all of that. But I wanted to remind folks, Linda, what we were saving. We get so into what we should conserve because it's good for our electric bill. We can conserve because it's good for the environment. But if you haven't been in the environment, then people forget what it is we're actually working for. So I say to folks, if you haven't seen the sunrise in a while, if you haven't seen, as I did in Wudong Mountain a couple years back, where the full moon is setting right as the full sun is coming up, you see that, then you'll be a conservationist. You'll do everything you can to walk lightly.
And people always say they don't have the time, they don't have the energy, but you're saying you got to get back into that. Now, show us some of the stuff in here. This
I thought was pretty cool. I went ahead and put this in because weather is a big part of any adventure. This is a Garmin unit right here, and it just has an X-Rad weather system satellite set up on top, Linda. So I'm able to tell right away 2 reasons: what kind of weather I'm heading in, and I learned at Hurricane Katrina how important it is to watch the weather and know what you're doing in advance. And then also I use this to tell me when to put the collection bins in position to get the rainwater. Okay. So it's kind of an important part.
So it's very valuable to you.
It's extremely valuable. And I have the Garmin units up front on the dash. They get me from A to B, show me where to go, that kind of thing.
Okay, and then also you go to parts where you take this as far as you can, and then you go further into the wilderness.
Yeah, I'll show you right here. This doubles as my shower, also doubles as my backpack closets where I keep my Kelty packs, as you mentioned before we came on, the camelbacks and the like. But I like the idea of getting this as far as it can go and then pulling out from there.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Now, one other thing we wanted to hit was talking to kids about starting to camp in their own backyards. You're saying you want to see the sunrise, but actually you can start right now in your own backyard to get acclimated.
Absolutely. I've chosen later in midlife, let's say, maybe not later in life, midlife, I've chosen to use an RV to do it. I've chosen to use a Lance camper. But I started out as a little boy in a small town in New York, pitching a tent in my own backyard. And when I was little, my grandparents used to, probably to get rid of me, would say, go out back, dig as far as you can, you'll make it all the way to China. Well, years later, I would be in China for a while. But that sense of exploration, that sense of studying, of adventure, it didn't come in an RV originally. It came as a little boy out there saying, look, I want to find some other cool places to see before I go.
Okay, so what's your message to people out there? I mean, you've given them throughout this interview, but really, what do you want to really send home about doing this tour and getting back into wilderness and conserving?
And The benefit of Go RVing is when you have the opportunity to get out and explore nature. One would be the message of conservation. We call it off-road and off the grid. We really can. What we might do may not be monumental, but the little things we do, Linda, can be momentous. And then you and I will look back a month from now going, we did a great job conserving, we helped save some wild places, and then together, collectively, it all kinds of builds. The second message would be believe in yourself. Honest to goodness, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer at all. If I can grow up to be an explorer, then anyone watching with children or individuals say, you know what, if Brian can do it, then there's got to be a way that I can pull it off as well.
Right.
That would be the second message.
Brian, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Great to see you, and this was a lot of fun. I hope you come back to San Diego.
I'm looking forward to
I'd love to talk about some of those survival tips on your website.
That sounds great. Linda, thank you.
All right, go to san diego6.com for more information on those survival tips. And